Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me here back at QS Tuning today to have another look at their development C8 RS6. Now this car has changed quite considerably since the last time it was on the channel. Back in that video it was running stage 1 at approximately 700 horsepower. It's now officially Europe's fastest stock turbo C8 RS6, running a stage 2 package at approximately 830 brakes. So that is some serious power for one of these, and actually having experienced the car pretty much in every stage of its development and modification journey, it's going to be really interesting to see how much difference the stage 2 makes. So I'll introduce you to Alex, we'll have a walk around the car as usual, and then we'll go out and make some serious noise and have a good old blast in officially Europe's fastest stock turbo RS6. We're joined again by Alex. I think you're probably, well, you're virtually on the channel more than I am these days. Yeah, but
full-time Hampshire photography ambassador.
Love that.
He hasn't paid me yet.
So RS6, you have been very busy with this, going from stage 1 to stage 2. Yeah. So yeah, give us a run round.
Essentially, it's been 3 months worth of development combined with the guys at Prawn Automotive. So we've been working alongside those guys with the hardware and software side of it as well. So essentially what you see in front of me is, as of today, UK and Europe's fastest stock turbo RS6 on pump fuel 100 to 200. So it's now doing it in a 5.84. Bear in mind, I've only done 2 or 3 runs on the latest revision of this car, so I imagine I'll be able to get more out of it, especially when we put 109 in it as well. And obviously it's quite warm now as well. This weekend's plan is to go and get some quarter-mile runs in it as well. So essentially, hardware-wise, it's still a relatively stock car. It's got the Prawn downpipes on it, removing the stock catalysts and OPF filters, which everyone hates anyway. We've opted for sport cats on this, just to keep it legal as well. It's got development, so I was actually up at Eventuri, I think on Tuesday. I've been working with them for probably 5-6 months now, developing intake systems for these cars. So it's got their inlets and hoses, so Bilal fitted those on it last week. I've been trying a few different setups on there. It's currently got the MMS power division, so they're a Polish company. It's got their airbox on it with an ITG filter. Waiting on the Eventuri, which should be here like next week. So essentially, it's essentially just a stock car still, with an intake, with the larger elbows. I want to say they're like 75% larger than the stock elbows. The stock elbows are absolutely tiny. We've seen around like a 60 horsepower gain by adding elbows.
Just from that?
And an intake, yeah, wow. Without even a map tweak.
Yeah.
Then you see the downpipes, which have all got the factory heat shielding on them still, so they look so OEM. Yeah, we're really happy with those, and with the HJS Sport Cats on there as well. We can offer decatted versions, obviously for motorsport use only, but this car's used on the road, so we opted for the Sport Cats.
Have you actually done the back box as well? You've changed that?
Yeah, so it's got a Krapovic titanium exhaust on it as well now. So it's got the Prawn link pipes on it as well, essentially to about probably around this door here, and everything back there is titanium Krapovic.
Nice.
You see, you've got the bit dirty. Went on a Spirit Drive last night. You got they're actually titanium underneath the dirt. Titanium tips with a matte carbon covering. They look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
You heard it earlier, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah. Was that a cold start?
Yeah, but cold start the valves are shut.
Okay. Yeah.
So we kept that factory.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to piss off the whole road. So the valves are still,
I do.
The valves are still shut on cold start.
Yeah.
Mapped in overrun as well, which got a few different options on there. Gearbox tunes done as well. Yeah, so it's a quick car. It's a really, really quick car.
You've got a couple of other little bits to do as well, like the intercooler. Yeah,
so we were talking earlier, we're going to have Garrett cores for the intercoolers. Chatting to Charlie at Prawn, I think they're like 8-9 weeks away, maybe even shorter. Thing is, these cars suffer so badly for heat soak, and the recovery time on stock intercoolers is just poor. So for example, you do one 5th gear pull in the dyno, by the end of the run your intake temperature is like 80-90 degrees. And then it's going to take like 5 minutes of the fan on to then recover back down again. And for example, one run to another, you're about 30-40 horsepower down each time.
Oh, really? That much?
Yeah, the stock intercoolers are so bad on it. So we'll probably I'd expect another sort of 30, maybe 35, 40 horsepower.
That's nuts.
With the intercoolers on there. We're also thinking of redesigning a new front grille for the car as well.
Oh, really? Okay, let's have a look.
It's just talk at the moment, but I think we'd like to develop something, because so these side grills, the intercoolers are behind there, and you've got these lovely carbon fibre trims here, but essentially you're blocking off half of the grille.
Okay.
So we're looking to develop a larger grille without this trim here. Some cars it's black and others it's silver, but on this car it's carbon. It looks nice, but if you look there, the intercooler's right there.
Oh yeah.
And essentially you're blocking off half of the cooling there. So
That's
we'd be looking to develop new grills for both sides, then with new cooling ducts as well, just to direct the air straight onto the intercoolers. Which will help the car massively.
Definitely.
Not only just for obviously peak horsepower, but like 100, 200 times, quarter mile times, everything like that. Just where you won't have quite such high intake air temperatures, that's the main struggle on these cars, the I80s really.
Well, I think what we'll do, because for everyone watching this who have seen the last videos,
just wants to hear it, let's be honest, everyone just wants to hear it.
The difference is ridiculous, so let's get it started up, and actually, for probably the first, for a C8 video on the channel, make some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's every bit of 830 brake.
It's a bit of extra spice, isn't it?
Yeah. Jesus. And just the sound had so much to it. Because before it was just kind of a bit...
It was lacking.
Yeah,
it was really lacking.
A bit, yeah.
I mean, it was quick. It was 700 horsepower, 1,000 This is a quick car. But this is just next level in terms of performance, sound, drivability, everything like that. It's been 3 months of development. At the end of the day, it's really paid off now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can now offer our customers like the fastest packages for RS6, RS7 C8 on the market.
And these are still being delivered, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're still in production. Yeah.
Well, they're just so popular. Well, for a reason, to be fair.
Residuals are quite strong on them as well, to be fair. Good car to get into. Yeah.
Oh, mate. Jesus. Yeah, that's no longer quiet, is it?
No, it's quite aggressive.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's nice because it's all switchable. Torque, on a Maha, it made a little over 1100 Nm of torque. On a dyno jet, it was bang on 1200 Nm of torque. Obviously, different dynos have got different ways of reading. On a dyno jet, you can get a bit more load on the torque figure.
Yeah.
Mahas always typically read a little low on torque compared to a dyno jet. It's between 1100 to 1200 Nm of torque. Torque's reduced in first and second gear.
Yeah.
Obviously, just to protect the drivetrain on the car.
Yeah.
So if you, for example, you can still launch it and you're just not going to kill potentially weak components on the car. It's that initial like 60 foot where you typically break stuff.
Yeah.
The torque's, but the torque's massively reduced in first gear to the point where it's not a massive amount more than, for example, a stock car for the first sort of 60 foot.
Yeah.
Just to keep all the components alive. It's quick, isn't it? It's quick. It's just the noise that goes with it as well.
It all just makes sense now.
It is it's a cool old bus. It is cool.
It is a bus though, because it's absolutely huge.
It's massive.
Absolutely huge thing.
But like, I think we touched on it in the video before. It's got the 4-wheel steering.
Yeah, when you're manoeuvring it around, it looks really odd.
So it feels more like a small sports car. Like, for example, when we went up to Aventura, like, Imran drove it there, he was like, it doesn't feel like an Audi. And that's generally the best thing you can say about this car, is it doesn't feel like an Audi in terms of how, like, the chassis feels.
Yeah.
Massive step up to the C7. Like, the C7's a good car, but you drive one of these and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot better car.
But this needs some modifications to really kind of open it up.
Yeah. So this is what we've had with a few customers now, where like they've been at the point where they're just going to sell the car just because they're boring. Like, they're that dull. They just don't do anything. Like, they're a nice car. They're comfy. If you just want to sort of float around, they're a cool car. They're quick. Well, they're not quick, that's a lie. But it's 600 horsepower.
That's not quick for you because you just built a twin turbo R8.
Yeah, it's that as well. But like, stock in like the first 2 gears, you're like, oh, this is quite a quick car. But then 3rd and 4th, they're just flat. They have no power.
Oh, really?
So like, we've had these clients where they're like, I'm going to sell it. It's boring. I don't like it. Then they come out in this. Then they're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to spend some money on it.
Yeah.
It's well worth doing. I mean, it's essentially like, if you want the noise and the tune, you can get like, for example, that customer's the purple one we're talking about. He just did a set of downpipes, an ITG filter, an ECU and TCU software. So essentially, like, for less than £4,000, you can pick up like 150 horsepower, 300 newton meters of torque, and get all the noise.
Yeah, all the noise.
All the noise.
All the noise.
But like the crackle, for example, like we've got. So how we've done it with Prawn is there's like 3 or 4 different options.
Okay.
So this is like turned right up.
Yeah.
But you can obviously reduce it. You can have stock. You can have a few burbles. So like we can properly tailor the package to the customer's requirements. Because obviously, not like, this is cool, but not everyone's going to want bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people will. Like, probably 50% of people will. But then there's going to be the other 50 which don't want it.
Yeah. Oh, mate. It sounds like a whole stadium clapping.
9 RS6 shouldn't do that.
No, especially not a C8. Wow. So, turbos, I think, well, I've got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Turbos is definitely talk at the moment with the R8, which we'll get onto.
Yeah.
But
turbos for this?
Turbos for this? What do you reckon?
Hybrids, yeah. It should be a case of developing it, because as I touched on earlier, like, it needs intercoolers.
Yeah.
So it'd be a case of doing intercoolers, then potentially looking at direct port MEF injection, then going on to turbos, seeing if there is actually gains to be had.
Yeah.
Because you might gain, for example, 50 to 70 horsepower peak, but the car in the real world may be slower with hybrids on it. I think realistically, by the time it's got intercoolers on that, it's going to be fast enough.
I mean, yeah, way over 800 brake is definitely...
And obviously, like we touched on earlier, like, we're always going to cap the torque to around 1200 newton meters anyway. So like, yes, you can put turbos on it. You're not going to make any more torque. You're just going to pick up a bit of horsepower. Yeah, we're going to be looking into it for sure, because you can get these into the 4s 100 200, I think, with a set of turbos and MEF.
What did you say you ran with the Stage 2 now? 5.8?
5.8, yeah.
Jesus.
And that's a full weight car on 22-inch wheels on pump fuel. And obviously the TCU tune, it's a case of literally just leave it in sport mode and just mash the throttle pedal, and it just does everything itself.
So you did TCU specifically for the Stage 2?
Yeah, so Nick worked on the TCU software as well. Essentially to do with like the torque monitoring and quickening the up and down shifts. Just obviously because like the car leaves the factory with like 800 newton meters of torque, so we got like 300-400 newton meters more torque. So it's a case of making that all work correctly.
Yeah. It just makes you laugh. Yeah. It's hilarious, but amazing at the same time. Oh. my God.
Like that's first gear with the torque obviously massively reduced.
Trying to keep my head forward. What a racket. Oh my God. Unbelievably quick.
It's a quick car. It's a properly quick car. You know how much quicker the downshifts are than the stock car as well.
I mean, it's just so, smooth maybe not the word when you're planting your foot, but
it's just OEM. It just feels OEM, just with a lot more power and torque. You can get up to like 60 mile an hour quicker than ever now. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant.
So like convenient. What you got to do?
Or if you take a trip to Mexico.
All that.
But we've 3 months worth of development on these packages. So we're on like V2 of our stage 1 as well. So stage 1 we picked up a ton of horsepower there as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a stage 1 plus.
Okay.
So for the guys that don't want to do the downpipes, and if you're a little more conscious about your warranty, we're going to do a stage 1 plus. That's going to consist of stage 1 ECU, TCU software, intake and the intercoolers. Then we're going to do a stage 2, which is for the guys that want the noise. So for example, like that one we were talking about the other day, he just literally just wanted the noise, so we just did a low output stage 2 on it. Only hardware downpipe panel fill, like I said. That still makes 752 horsepower and a hair under 1100 newton-meters of torque.
That's nuts.
Then it's going to be stage 2 plus, which is going to be full fat effectively on the stock turbos. And it's hilarious.
It is absolutely hilarious. I just can't get over just how it makes you feel.
You can feel it in your stomach, can't you?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like now, like we're only getting up to like 3rd gear.
Yeah.
So obviously we're on the road, we can't go mad. Like when you actually get it in like the higher gears, like 4th, 5th, 6th, obviously then you're hitting all like the ignition and the boost target when you've got the load on it. It just literally is just getting quicker and quicker. Every gear change is like bang, 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 and you're just getting more torque, more power every gear you go up.
It's quite scary almost. Like
it's quick.
I've experienced some quick cars.
You need to take it somewhere like VMAX, really. It's on the public road, especially the roads around here. Like you can't really get above like 3rd gear in it, just because of how powerful it is.
Unbelievable thing.
Yeah, mega, absolutely mega,
hilarious. Well, mate, I think that's probably going to wrap things up as we are now stuck in traffic. Annoyingly.
I don't even know where we are now. We literally just carried on driving.
Normally what happens in my videos, you kind of finish and think,
I don't actually know where we are, to be completely honest.
Well, mate, as usual, I'll leave all the details down below for QS Tuning, and I'll stick your personal Instagram in there as well.
We'll see
because you've still got too many cars.
I think we're doing something else with you soon.
Yes, well, they already know, the Golf.
Okay.
They already know.
I didn't want to spoil it. Now it's shut, now it's silent.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Golf, obviously, that's going to be sick. That's going to be a cool project.
Can't wait for that. Literally a couple more parts, which I'm waiting to arrive next week, actually in a couple of days.
That's you, though, not me.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
That's his fault, not mine.
I've just got a big list, a very big list.
It's going to be a cool car.
So yeah, Stage 3 Golf R manual will be coming very soon, but I think for now at least...
Stage 3? You said 2.
I said Stage 2. No, I said... Oh!
You did.
Stage 3 Golf R... Yeah, there we go. It's going to be quick, but very, very exciting times. But anyway, I think for me today, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.